Hello, welcome to another Looney Tunes review video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to follow my journey to review all 1000 classic Looney Tunes shorts and give this video a like as well. So this is a review for Tweety's SOS, and with me today are two folks that make me shout out SOS because they're a bunch of crazy kids. Are my good friends Cameron Spees and returning after a bit of an absence, Mark Arnold. Say hi.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, breakfast. One of my favorite lines, which we'll be discussing in this particular short. So, a few bits of info to get out of the way. So, as mentioned, this is Tweety's SOS, released on the 22nd of September 1951. It had a Blue Ribbon reissue sometime in 1960. It's the 630th in the series, and it's directed by Friz Freleng. You can find this on the Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 1 DVD set. There is a new remaster HD version out there. Hopefully we'll get it on a disc at some point soon. Cough, collector's choice, cough, cough, right? Hopefully in a future volume, I would like to see some of these Sylvester Tweetys upgraded, and it looks fantastic in HD, which I'll be using in this review. In case you haven't seen this one, I mean, what do you expect by this point? Sylvester's hungry, he wants Tweety, and it all takes place on a ship now, and we've got Grady involved as well. It's a formula now. It's a formula. This one has two bits of trivia. One is that there's a repeated bit of animation of Sylvester going through the trash cans, as you Americans say, because we say rubbish bins, you guys say trash cans. And that's from Life with Feathers, and it's used quite a few times, and there's even another repeated gag in this one that's sort of from Tale of Two Kitties, you know, the whole Little Petey went to market sequence, and here it's Itty Meeny Money Mo, so yeah.
Well, what do you know? No mo!
A Paul Julian background means there's stuff in the background that's always interesting to see, and this must be one of the last few Paul Julian shorts because, yeah, he goes off to UPA around this time. But we see at one point Hawley and Pratt salts of something. I don't know what it is because it's cut off at the bottom there.
Yeah, the Holly and Pratt salts, I think, is just to get Holly Pratt's name in there, but I don't know.
You can take a guess in the comments if you'd like, and what salts of whatever. Syrup of Peacock. That's a reference to syrup of ipecac, and that was a medicine no longer in use and used as a rapid-acting emetic. I think I said it right, emetic.
Smelling salts, I looked it up just for fun. They originated around in the 13th century, and they used to be used for medicinal purposes. Now it's usually used with sports medicine more than anything else. The TC ammo, I guess, is short for aromatic ammonium, which is another smelling salt. So another thing about the syrup of ipecac, they stopped making it in 2010 officially. And I did read that unfortunately it was one of the things that Karen Carpenter used to hasten her death. So it's not of the Carpenters. So
Nitroglycerin's interesting though, because yeah, it's used in explosives, and you're probably wondering, well, why is that in the medicine cabinet? It's used for heart conditions. It's still used to this day for that sort of thing. No, I don't know why it's in a first aid kit. It's a cartoon. Just shut up and watch and enjoy. Who cares? And no, you can't drink it and spit it to cause explosions. If you drink it without proper medical supervisions, well, you'll most likely need medical supervision after that because it's not something to do. We're not here to talk about medicine, are we? We're here to talk about cartoons.
Well, rats. On a previous commentary, everyone's friend Devin Baxter commented about a model sheet I have on my wall. When I first got this model sheet, I only knew it was from Tweety's SOS. I learned later that it's from all sorts of cartoons. My Sylvester model sheet was given to me as my 8th grade graduation gift. It's got all the great poses. It's Holly Pratt's model sheet, and it's like taken from his layout drawings directly. Now, it's interesting. Now, there is an image of the exact same model sheet, except with a few different poses online.
Holly Pratt, him and Friz, absolutely amazing together.
Friz's autobiography talks about how Holly Pratt's design plussed it, and they actually used the cartoon A Pizza Tweety Pie as the example. Surprisingly, that's one of the only Warner Brothers cartoons where every piece of animation art still exists.
Oh, wow.
Holly Pratt basically was unlike Maurice Noble, or Holly Pratt was like the most important person to Frizz's team.
yeah, I believe it.
So yeah, with this one, so we're really deep into the formula of Sylvester and Tweety. It's not a bad thing. You know, this one's quite fun, maybe not as memorable as the others, at least in my opinion. In fact, it's not really memorable to the point where even Michael Barrier's wonderful audio commentary doesn't even discuss much of the cartoon at all. He basically just discusses the origins of the team, and it's actually a great listen if you want the primer for that, but if you want info for the cartoon, well, there's really not much.
Barrier, of course, is a more qualified person to do a commentary than we are.
Oh yeah, all of us, 100%. There's no question there. So, one of the lines in this short is one that I use very often, and even my kids are like, where's it from? It's from here, I should probably point it out to them, but yeah, that whole, hello, breakfast.
Hello, breakfast.
It's one of my favorite Sylvester lines out of, well, so many great Sylvester lines. But at least I'm not a hypocrite.
Oh, what a hypocrite.
He's a hypocrite. Yes.
I love that line. What a hypocrite. Not sure if this is you guys' favorites or not, but my favorite gag just has to be the whole thing about Sylvester figuring out, okay, I need to get Granny's glasses off, but, she loses it at first. It sets it up pretty nicely. Then later on, he's like, okay, I'll paint that awful looking
Drawing that only I, who's 100 times worse than Sylvester at art, is me.
and it's just so ridiculous, just how she ends up being fooled by that.
I know this is irrelevant. When she turns her head after seeing Tweety, she still sees Tweety. Because, the minute you sit down, you're going to see the bird still.
I used to think, hey, if she can't see without her glasses, with the glasses, it's going to be highly out of focus or something. But again, yes, it's just a cartoon. So
Exactly.
The other thing is, while doing research for this and rewatching it, is somebody said that there's a blooper that they painted on the wrong lens, so...
Help! Tweety! Tweety, where are you?
Forgive me if it's which one is which. It's like it's painted on the left lens, and she puts her glasses on, it's on the right lens or something like that. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Ooh, okay. To quote from The Simpsons, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Well,
Yeah.
but again, it's just one of those things where it's like you just shrug and go, all right,
Yeah.
whatever, and you just sort of move on.
But there's somebody in your audience screaming right now, it's not just a blunder, it's a major mistake.
It wasn't the right lens and the left lens. It was the left lens and the right lens. You dummy.
You dummy. That's right.
How dare you?
One thing I liked also in the glasses, because Granny says, where are my cheaters?
Oh, heavens to Betty! Where are those cheaters?
Where are those cheaters? And cheaters is like a really old term for glasses.
That's it. I'm bringing that back. I'm gonna have to.
I'm wearing my cheaters.
I'm wearing my cheaters as well.
Yeah.
But what would be called cheaters anyway? It's like, how are you cheating by getting the same side or close to the same side as everyone else? I don't. That's a weird term. I wonder how that originated. That I might have to definitely look into that. And someone in the comments will probably let me know. And if you do, fantastic. You've saved me some time. I also like the added touch that Sylvester happens to be on a rowboat with a Lucky 13 on it. I don't know. I just think that's a nice touch. I don't know if that was just...
I think that was intentional.
You had to be.
And
That's a quick East Side gag that if you catch
Yeah.
it.
I like the sound effect, when Sylvester drinks the seasick syrup. I did recently a recording for Triple Long Daffy, and it's the same gurgle sound.
Gurgle, gurgle,
gurgle. I don't know, something about that sound effect, was it just someone overacting someone drinking or something? It's just a really weird sound effect. I love it, but it's just a really gurgle.
That's why they use it. It's funny.
Exactly, just
Yeah.
gurgle.
But what is it? Because it's not usually gurgling. Like, they would use gunshots for door slams and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say using a gunshot sound for drinking. I'm like, what? How do you drink your drink, Camden? Just
I'll say this, and I have no basis of anything to say this, but they probably had a script. I don't think it was Mel Blanc who did the drinking sounds, but they probably had gurgle, 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 gurgle written, and the person was like, how do you want this done? Like this? Gurgle, gurgle. And then they said, that's it, do it like that. Okay.
could just be Trey Brown, just
Could have been
Yeah, I
Mel
think it was him. I think it was him.
Yeah. Maybe it was him doing it. Who knows?
Or it could have been
I
Mel
don't know
Blanc.
for a fact,
Could
don't
have.
quote me, but
I need googling sounds. I have many thousands of sound effects. I just don't have that one. So can you do it for me?
yeah. And then there's that other drinking sound effect that sounds more like gargling. It's like, I can't do it without having drink in my throat, but yeah.
And I like it with the ending. Here you got the captain saying,
I thought I'd putty tap.
that just points out just how popular that catchphrase had become by this point in time. And as you mentioned to me, Cam, before we recorded, it's because of...
The novelty song. The novelty song was huge. I mean, the novelty song was so huge that if you look at cartoonresearch.com, they were even parodying on the Jack Benny show where Tweety was singing about Lucky Strikes, cigarettes.
I thought I saw a Wookiee striker waiting there for me. I saw a Wookiee strike as plain as it could be. So wound and firm and full, we packed and easy on the draw. So very mild and tasty too, the best I ever saw. With birds who know tobacco best, it's Wookiee 2-1. There's no what fuck, no fuck, it's what not even in a ton. I wish that Mr. Bennett with me takes on play someday. I've hopped up on that old mic, and here's what I would say. Twins, if you're not happy with your pleasant cigarette, it's time to change to Wookiee Strike. Because Wookiee Strike means fine tobacco. That's why Wookiees taste better than any other cigarette. So be happy. Go Wookiee. Make your next carton a Wookiee Strike.
And then also I think Helen Kane sang it one time. I know for a fact that Danny Kaye sang it. It was kind of like when the Woody Woodpecker song came. They did that too. But
by this point, though, they're obviously just now playing on the fact that, it was such a popular catchphrase, and yeah, it's a good one.
yeah.
My favorite Gags is literally when he gets a green face and gags, when he's getting seasick. He turns different colors and he's running in and, he's in with all the shelves of all those smelling salts and everything and just drinks the seasick thing randomly and just, like we're talking about, gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. So.
I like how it's then used later on again with Tweety and just the picture. Like, I love the cartoon logic,
Walked and walked. The boat walked and walked.
Yeah, walked and walked and walked. It's just how a picture can make someone so seasick in such a way. I don't know if that's even possible. I highly doubt. I think it's just cartoon logic. But if it's not, definitely let me know.
Well, I think they reused that seasick gag with the rocking picture in a couple Bugs Bunny cartoons and a Pink Panther cartoon, I believe. So
yes, it wouldn't surprise me.
Get some mileage out of that. So yes,
oh, exactly. Because
when we do the Pink Panther commentaries, make sure Mark does about half of them.
So just to slowly wrap things up, but in terms of a score, this one, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's not really too memorable to me. It's it's just the same formula by this point, and it's on a ship. But does that make it a bad cartoon? No, it's fun. I can think of worse ways to spend 7 minutes. Cough, buddy, cough.
buddy.
Or crazy crane legs and all that sort of. I can watch all that sort of stuff. But in any case, look, I think 7.5 I'm thinking about 7.5 out of 10 for this one. I think it's it's no masterpiece or anything, but it's a solid short. It's fun. I like it, and so 7.5 out of 10.
I might give it a little higher, like 8 out of 10. But yeah, before we decided to review this one, I was like, which one's this one? Because I don't always remember titles. And I go, oh, okay, that's the one. That's a nice serviceable one. It's kind of representative of Tweety and Sylvester and what they do.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with it. It's just, I guess it's missing that, X factor, if you will. Like it doesn't have that one little thing that makes it into something that's truly memorable. Like, Putty Tat Trouble, where you have that other orange cat and that kind of stuff. Well, how would you rate this one, Camden?
Personal bias, because I own the model sheet, so a 9.
Fair enough. I'm sure we can all agree one thing. Maybe the X factor in this one is that we don't see Sylvester cross-dressing. So, it's all right. You can't cross-dress in all of them. But in any case, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.
I saw Putty Tat.
You did see a Putty Tat.